You can talk to Shani anytime. You're right there. Talk about you. To start the show. Shani, you know we're gonna talk. Ordinary people and extraordinary God. Check the reference in the feed. Walking in the light, and we're living in love. You know what, Shani, we gon' keep it intact. Cause every Monday got it coming, yeah, we coming right back. So I know the time when it every people is Shani Show. Check the references. It doesn't matter day or night. Or without a doubt, there's nothing you can talk about with Shani. Welcome to season 7. And as soon as I get my video started, you're gonna see my face. But we are in season 7 of the Sharing with Shani Show. I am so excited to be here. We had a great summer. We took off, we rested. I can't even tell you what I was doing on Monday nights because it never matched. It never, but one thing, I missed you all, right? We had great ideas. Mika and I, we was gonna do all this promotion. And then I think the Holy Spirit was like, child, y'all need to rest.
Probably, yeah.
I think that's what it felt like. Mika, yeah. What you think?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, so
because it didn't happen. It was like, despite how many times we
tried.
Yeah, you know, that recalculating, it just still never landed there. So
yeah, I think it was just, and you know, that's a good thing. But at least we had great ideas. I mean, on how to promote and but listen, I won't go too much into detail on what we had planned because it could still happen.
Oh, of course.
Right? So, you know, we do take a little Christmas winter break. And so, but yeah, we have all new 2021 is booked solid through the end of the year. So if you want to come on the Sharing with Shani Show, you can just email us at hello@ShaniMcElwain.com. And if anybody is watching, because I'm not even on live yet, but y'all, if y'all can drop my name in there, because it's right up there. You see? Take out the E. See up there? MCILWAN. I was talking to the homie. Y'all, if y'all follow me, y'all know who the homie is, right? So I've had a homie for like a year and a half.
Wait, it's hello. Hold on, pause. It's hello@Shani what?
ShaniMcElwain.com.
Got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I was talking to the homie one day, and I was like, I really should have kept Shani Black. It's just so catchy, right? Like I could have done.
Is that your maiden name?
Yes.
We don't like it.
I know. I should have used it for professional purposes.
I mean, you still can.
I totally could. Yeah. Miss Black, if you're not. Mika. Marquis is in the building.
Yeah.
I already told Marquis.
Marquis looks like my type of people, just aesthetically, right? He looked like he'd be somebody I would hang out with.
Right. I think
Good to hear.
I think his spouse just like added me as a friend because she's like, I need to see was it your spouse? I don't want to make sure. It might have been your sister.
Whitney?
Yes.
Yes. That is
okay.
That is the love of my life. Yes.
All right, yeah. She was like, I want to see my husband on this show. Who's the Sharing with Shani Show? Yes. Mika. Wellness. Whisper. I think it
Listen.
would be appropriate for us to kind of, I was going all over the place, but what I really wanted to do when I was talking about the fact that we have all new guests to the end of the year.
Okay.
And you can email us hello@ShaniMcElwain.com if you want to get on the show. But the Sharing with Shani show is in year 7. That first year, Mika, do you know I didn't take a summer vacation. Now you took some Mondays off.
Because I was in
But-
school, I was like, nah, Shani, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
gonna
for
be
the
able
most
to
part-
do it.
Right. But for the most part, that first year, 2016, we went the whole year.
Yeah.
And we went through the whole year in 2020. Because we
Very
just
true.
felt like it was like we needed to give some sunshine to the people. But what I did want to, what I appreciate this show. I think it has been great for my public speaking career. Great in the sense of, do you know how many times the Holy Spirit has just worked in the show where you gave a whisper and that was the exact same topic as the special guest that was coming on, and how it was just all connected. The synergy was I can't say always. The synergy was a lot of times was spot on, right? I
think when it needed to be, it was definitely.
Yeah. And so I've appreciated this show in my life over the past 7 seasons. And I'm just looking for elevation and greatness and great content, and just being content creators and showing these amazing Black people.
Yeah.
Not that white people don't come on the show, but it's the majority. It's my people. And so
we here.
We here.
We here.
So Mika, what is the wellness whisper? What do you have? What do you have to tell us?
Well, first I like to just kind of check in, right?
Okay.
Because we are in quite a season. I think that the enemy is very busy, and there is a lot of angst, anxiety, apprehension, uncertainty in the air. And I was listening to Israel in a New Breed, his last project that he put out, which was during the pandemic. And there's a song called I'm Worthy, I believe it is. And he's talking at the end of this song. I'm looking for it while I'm talking to y'all. And he's talking at the end of this song, and he is talking about, I'm scrolling. You are worthy, Emmanuel, you are worthy.
Yes.
How great. Yeah. All right. I think that's the one, but I don't really pay attention sometimes. I just kind of have it on repeat. But he is speaking at the end, how he finds that it's not a coincidence. The virus attacks your breath, right? And he felt that in this season is super important to be aware and grateful for the breath of God, right? Just recognizing it and all that means, the gift of breath, right? Like God breathed his breath into us, and that's how we became. And so the virus, aiming to take your breath away, essentially, right? But it resonated. I believe he put this out last year, so 2020, and it, towards the end of the year. So we still knee deep into a pandemic, right? Still uncertain about what's going on, but feeling a little bit better that we're out of the thick of it, but not really, right? We know that. And so, and then for the ones who do and don't know, me being a therapist, hearing how the so-called new variant, and I don't say so-called because I don't believe there is a new variant, but it's not a new problem. I don't feel that it's a new problem, right? It just has a different name. And just hearing how it affects people, the variety of people, and the variety of ways that people are affected. And me being a faith-based person and really, really have been praying on increased faith because I feel it's super necessary. I don't have an anxiety problem, right? I am really a oh well kind of person. Like I'm not going to go crazy about it. The first time I experienced anxiety was as a mother. People were like, oh, that's totally normal. And I didn't like that because, again, my whole thing was I'm not in control of her life. And so I don't want to be anxious about her life, but I found myself being very anxious about my daughter. Even like I would have dreams, that bad things would happen. And so I would just pray and pray and pray even harder. And when I talked to my pastor, one of her favorite things to say is, do you believe that all things work together, right, for your greater good, for those who are in Christ? And the easy answer for that is yes. And then you had those in between the lines, right, and those gray areas, which with God, they're really not gray. They're gray for us, the flesh part, because our over analytic minds want to make sense of everything. But if it's two things that I have learned I need to do during this time. The first one is I don't want to lean to my own understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I realize that I cannot lean to my own understanding because it has driven me almost crazy, right? It has made me doubt. It has made me question, made me curious in ways that I don't want to be curious in, digging, just completely distracted, really is what it has done. And thankfully, the seed was planted where I can catch myself and just be like, oh, whoa, what you doing? You too far off track. All right, God, bring me back on in. And, so just being able to tap in with the creator is so important. It's really important. And I think it's more important now more than it ever has been. When I look at the different devices that are here to separate, the enemy, his job is to divide and conquer. And when you're together, you know what I'm saying? Like when you are a mighty united front, he can't get in there.
Exactly.
He'll try, right? You might, my daughter and I, we like watching all the Marvel, right? All the Avengers and however many there are. So I remember though, don't catch me, I don't know, I think it's the second to the last one where Thanos, he's coming to get that last stone from the robot dude. Is in his head. I don't remember his name, but it's in his head, right? and Wanda has to protect him. All right. And when he's coming in, Black Panther and his crew, right, Wakanda, they're like surrounding that bubble. And they stay tight. And he's kind of, he's throwing in some things, and a few people, right, they get plucked off here and there, but he doesn't get to penetrate the middle. He only got to penetrate the middle when they separated. And that's a real thing. It was not until they separated, somebody got distracted and turned that way. And then he was able to penetrate that sphere, right? That wall of protection, essentially. So I have to make sure that, one, I don't lean to my own understanding, right? And two, I don't get distracted. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like that's really important. And so a lot of the whispers are probably going to be centered around that. And, the various ways that we can be distracted. We think that it's normal life, right? And it's, oh, well, that's not a distraction. It's a thing that happens, but no, it's a distraction, right? If it's pulling you away from the mission, if it's pulling you away from that creator mission, right? That thing that he set for you, if it's pulling you away from that, then it's totally a distraction, even if it's harmless. Because that's the other part we get caught up on. Well, I'm not hurting nobody.
Right. And I think also Brian says that you're talking about Infinity War.
Okay, thank you, babe.
Infinity War. But you know, the
Mhm.
enemy's job is to abort missions.
Abort it. Oh my God.
All day
So
long. That's the job of the enemy, is to abort missions, to make you
Aisha, yes. I'm like, why does that sound familiar? Our Sunday live, Aisha said, Mika, don't abort the mission. And I said, that's about to be a whole word, because it is. Don't abort the mission. And you know me, y'all. I am mission focused.
Yes.
Anybody that knows me knows that I'm mission focused. I could fall down and break something, and I'm just like, patch me up, send me back in, let's go. Did we meet the mission? right? If we didn't, then that means I'm not done.
Yeah.
So let's go.
And
don't abort the mission.
And it comes in different ways. It can be people.
Yes.
It can be thoughts. It can be yourself. You can abort your own mission.
Right?
You can abort your own mission.
Yep. And again, you know, we have to stay focused, because things that feel like wonderful opportunities might be a distraction. So discernment is super important. We're in that season, y'all. And it's a real thing. You know, you can try to, I don't believe that. You know, your belief is not necessary for existence. That's okay. It still won't happen. Right. So it's just dig in. I say dig in, like just strap in, however you can reinforce yourself on up in there, right?
Right.
Just do it and hold on, because that's all we got to do. He said, I'm your peace, be still.
Yeah.
Stand still and know. So that's what I need to do. That's what I'm gonna do. It's crazy.
Well, if that wasn't the daggone whisper, it should.
I mean,
it sounds like
take what you need. Take what you need.
Right.
Take what you need. I don't have my bucket hat on today. I'm not Deep Mika today, but that probably was Deep Mika. I didn't want to go there.
That was pretty deep. But
Shani coined that term. Yeah, Deep Mika.
I do have a question though. I do have a question.
Yeah.
What kind of bird is on your shirt?
I don't know. A toucan or something. He got on a captain's hat. He just happy. This is my escapism shirt. This is what I wear when I go on vacation. Whether it's tropical or not, I bring these vibes with me.
I know that's right.
I don't know what he is. A macaw. I don't know, Shani. He whatever you think he is.
I was like, I'm not even gonna go there with how crazy I'm gonna sound if I tell you what I was like.
What do you think it was?
No, I can't say, because y'all gonna be like,
no, we not. It's all love here. What you think it was?
At first I was like, well, is it a parakeet?
Yeah.
Or is it? And then I thought robin. And I'm like, aren't robins red?
Red, yeah.
That's not it.
We still love you though. It's okay.
Right.
It's okay. I don't really know what it is. I just, I like it. It screamed out Mika. No, it's not a flamingo. It's not a flamingo.
Are flamingos really pink?
They are really pink.
Oh, okay.
They are really pink, like only pink.
Yep.
They're only pink.
Yep.
Oh.
You know why they're pink?
No, I don't. Why?
Because of the food that they eat, the shrimp, the krill that they eat. Yep.
Flamingos are pescatarians?
They are.
Get out!
That's one way to look at it.
They are pescatarians.
I never knew that.
Yep.
You want to know, okay, since we're doing fun facts, you want to know what animal kills humans more than sharks?
I feel like I know the answer to that.
Oh, okay.
You said more than sharks?
Yeah, because so me and the homie go down rabbit holes, and it was like I'm
like a dog.
Why are all of these? Why every like shark season? Shark season, right? Like people are fascinated by these shark attacks and shark bites.
I'm trying to tell you, marketing is amazing, right?
And I just feel like so we
all afraid to go in the water, but it's only like 5 billion people that get ate by sharks.
Hippopotamus.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're vicious. They're vicious.
And sharks.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You need to stay away from hungry hippo is what you need to do.
Yeah. Can I say this though?
Yes. What?
If you're anywhere near hippos because you wanted to get eaten, why are you there?
Pretty
They
much.
don't just live where sharks live. They don't live where alligators or crocodiles live. Like, you had to be searching to find a hippo and get killed. You wanted that. You just didn't want to live. I'm sorry. Unless somebody just dropped you off in the middle of where hippos live. Like, they're just not everywhere. They're so not. True. You ain't belong there. You had no business being there in the first place.
I'm gonna officially introduce Marquis. Marquis is in the building. Marquis Lupton is a Lancaster native, born and raised.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I remember that from Family Ties. It's a long story. It's my age.
Now you got the theme song in my head.
Yes, because Michael Keaton drove to Lancaster to go after the girlfriend that it was the season finale. Marquis is proud father, husband of 2 daughters, went to Shippensburg University, majored in communications. Where is that, Marquis?
Shippensburg is in Shippensburg.
In Pennsylvania?
Yes, it's in Pennsylvania.
Small town.
Yeah. But then but then I got my my master's degree at Morgan State.
Okay.
So had to do the HBCU thing,
Okay, that's right. And he's gonna talk about TSP, right?
TCP.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. TCP.
It's all right. It is all right.
And all
no
that
sorries allowed, Shani.
I was wrong. TCP Network and his nonprofit Positive Media Academy. So without further ado, welcome Marquis Lupton to the show tonight. So Marquis, just tell us a little bit about yourself in your own words.
All right. Well, hello everybody. My name is Marquis Lupton, first of his name. I am, as the bio said, a Shippensburg University graduate. I got my start in media, spinning records as a club DJ and board operator for 96.9 here in Pennsylvania. After the economic decline in 2009, my then girlfriend, now wife, was like, hey, you should make a transition into TV. So went back to school, went to Morgan State, and I got my first job at CNN working as a field producer.
Nice.
And from there, I worked at a couple stations up and down the East Coast. I started off as a production assistant, then onto a producer, and then eventually a reporter and news anchor. And just over my career as a journalist, you all can probably see that in the news, there's this thing called if it bleeds, it leads. So that just means that the most outrageous stuff gets the most coverage. So just over my career, a lot of times I would be on a great human interest story because my thing, I was like, look, I'm going to be this kind of journalistic activist. I'm not going to be the one to cover those stereotypical stories and everything. So what I found was that I was going up against a machine, because when you put that mugshot of a male that looks like me with the dreads and everything, that's going to get more clicks and shares, and that's what the advertisers want to see. I've been in newsrooms where the producer would look at mugshot after mugshot after mugshot and say, oh, well, this isn't a scary person. This isn't a scary person. This isn't a scary person, and then they would see the black dude and be like, oh my gosh, he's scary. And he could have just did some simple shoplifting versus the other white collar crimes. But because he's scary, that's what they want to push. So I found myself becoming more a part of the problem versus the solution, which is when I got into entrepreneurial journalism, which is what I call TCP. TCP is an acronym that stands for the Cultured Professional. And what we do, we cover the voices, the places, the names, and the stories of Black people in Central Pennsylvania. Whether it's a event, a protest, whether it's a Black-owned business or some kind of event, we really try to be there because we know that our local news stations really don't have an interest in the positive stories that we have, because those aren't the stories that get the most shares. You know, if you just look at something simple as like restaurant violations, you know, when a restaurant passes, you really don't see anybody really sharing that, oh, you know, this restaurant is clean, y'all. But when a restaurant fails, like everybody starts sharing that, you know, and the news stations, they know that. That's why they'll do more stories, more negative stories, because that gets, you know, the most views. So what we try to do with TCP is really turn that model on its head, because what we have experienced, especially with millennials, is that there's this news exhaustion where people, they're just tired of hearing, you know, the world being on fire, how bad their neighborhood is, how bad their politicians are, you know, and in a 24-hour cycle of news, you're just constantly being hit with just all this negative stuff. And really, it's not news that you can use. So with TCP, with our morning show, we have news that you can use. You know, the 5 tips that you can put on your 1099 form. You know, cuffing season is coming up. So here's are the 3 things that you can do to make sure that you get cuffed with the right person. You know.
Okay, pause.
Yes.
What are the things? Because I got some single people that's gonna watch the replay. Not for myself. I'm good. I was speaking on behalf of those that need to be cuffed. You know,
all right.
I'm an ally.
Well, I will say this. Tune in tomorrow, TCP in the morning at 8 a.m. To find out how you can get cuffed this fall season. So yeah, that's what we do. It's not this thing where you just passively watch us. We interact with the audience. So if you agree, disagree with any of the news that we're saying, you can respond in real time, and we go back and forth on air. You know, it's interactive news. It's news done our way. Like we say, because I'm a Kappa, it's news with a shimmy, you know. So we like to have fun. We like to educate. We like to entertain. We say that we are edutainment, infotainment, and yeah, just really try to cover those stories that fall in between the cracks, and that's what TCP is.
That's awesome. And I feel like that there is a market for that, obviously, especially in Black news. Ever since, like, did y'all used to watch BET News?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, right. And they don't have that anymore. Like, that's gone, right?
Right.
And I think I definitely think that making sure that our voices, that Black voices and Black businesses are being lifted up is definitely powerful. Definitely powerful.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's capturing that authentic Black voice. You know, I don't want to throw any shade towards any networks or anything like that, but when you see, you know, Black news or like Black geared news, you'll get the Black anchor, you know, you'll get the performative stuff,
Yeah.
but the
Yes.
delivery, the stories, on the in-depth journalism, you know, it's the exact same. It's just their news with a Black face.
Right.
And that's one thing that we don't really we don't do, you know. Like we said, news with a shimmy, news our way, you know.
Dr. Kenny Jones said, Black voices and Black businesses being lifted.
Hey.
We need that without thinking we're trying to compete with each other.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, that just triggered a whole thing for me. Okay.
Say more, Mika.
It's just, you know how you have I was joking with a friend. I said I can only attribute it to my experience because I've never been anything else other than a Black female, right? But I feel like it's something when we ask about a favorite, who was your favorite, this or that, right? What was your favorite, this or that? And it's a fun thing that we do on social media, right? Like Facebook or whatever. And I made a conscious decision to stop. And the reason that I did that is because I feel like it is just another way to become distracted, but to divide. Why can't I like both? Why do I have to choose? Right? Because choosing also creates unhealthy competition. I do think competition is healthy, right? Competing in a healthy manner, though. Me competing with you, but wanting us both to win can exist.
Well,
and I feel like we get caught up with competing and like, and that kind of what, yeah, I want to crush you and I want to put you out of business and I want to get all of it, right? I want all the things. And that doesn't, I don't even think that's necessary whatsoever. I feel like both can win.
Definitely feel that too. And I think healthy competition makes the person better. Like, you know,
yes, I'm gonna sharpen myself.
I'm gonna get better because next time, you know, I gotta bring my A game. I got some pushback from, so everybody knows if you follow this show or if you followed me on social media, I love hip hop. I love Jesus and hip hop. And in my head, I would have been a hip hop artist in my head. I lack some things, particularly rhythm, but that's neither here nor there. What the point is,
it's okay.
I put on Facebook a couple weeks ago that I felt Certified Lover Boy was better than Donda. As a consumer, I have a right to say that. What, Mika, you disagree?
I had to make sure I was sitting down. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying it's a thing, you know, of course.
I don't think they can be compared.
Well, listen, I probably was, because I love hip hop. I like a non-violent hip hop beef. Right? So
very true.
Right?
And they should all be non-violent.
Right? I like a little non-violent hip hop beef. And you know, there was some mucho macho going on with the release dates of these two albums.
Yeah.
So I'm to the pop culture hype. I'm not, but at the end of the day, first of all, Drake and Kanye West should not care with Shani over here in Southwest DC. Who cares about these two albums? Because both of them
Actually, they should.
Say more.
I mean, aren't you the reason why they are in the position they in, right? One of them.
30 million.
Don't you contribute? Okay. So if they don't care about one, they don't care about none. I'm just saying, I feel like I'm not going to be on my soapbox. It's the first Monday back. Finish your thought, Shani. Finish your thought.
Listen, they missed us. I'm going to tell you. So shout out to Brian BW is watching. Shakira is in the building. She said, welcome back. Sherry Lupton is watching. Dr.
Hey, that's my mom.
Hey, mama.
Hey, mom. Lupton. Lupton, Shani. Lupton.
It's all right.
Because it just sounded like you're saying Luther, so I was confused. My bad.
If I could say something to piggyback off you, Mika. First off, shouts out to Dr. Kenny Jones. # write this down. Love that.
I like that.
But this whole, friendly and unfriendly competition that like really happens a lot in our community is based off of and I feel this a lot as an entrepreneur, is based off of this manufactured thought of a lack of resources.
I told you he looked like somebody I would hang out with. I knew it. I got it. I read very well. Go on, finish, brother. Finish.
And all of this is what it goes hand in hand with white supremacy. So it is this form of like, we talk about, the crabs in the barrel, but we're not actually talking about the actual barrel.
Barrel. Yes.
Right. Crabs aren't indigenous to a barrel.
A barrel. Hello. Who put them there? I've been asking that since I was like 12. Well, how did the crabs get in said barrel? Can't nobody answer me.
But this is what they do. This is what they do in our inner city schools. This is what they do in our county schools. In our county schools, what do? They'll celebrate 3 to 4 Black kids. And then these 3 to 4 Black kids will be your token kids. They will be your token. Right. And then all the other kids, if you're not living up to this level of acceptable Blackness, then you aren't accepted as a viable student.
Let's
in that
talk
area.
About it.
And that's what happens in society as well. If you're not this golden Negro, then you won't have access to certain resources. And that's why I say this manufactured idea of, well, there's not enough, realizing that, there's bunch
plenty.
out there. Yes.
Plenty.
It is abundance.
Plenty.
This is the richest country in the world.
Right.
There is an overflow of abundance.
Right.
In almost everything, every resource, everything.
And we're taught scarcity.
Yes.
Taught. We operate on a survival method and not a thriving method.
Only the
we have to
survive.
undo that narrative.
Right.
It's imperative, right? To your survival, actually. You gotta undo that narrative.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
I knew it. I knew it. Yeah. I saw him. I was like, that's my people right there.
And that respectability politics, listen, that can go. We could talk about that topic all day long.
Yes. Because that respect is not reciprocated. But the thing is that when they're being respectful to a cousin. It's kinfolk that they're being, respectable to. They don't want to be totally disrespectful.
Right.
Look how they're handling January 6th right now. These people rioted in our capital. They should be put under the jail. But the fact that they're getting these slaps on this wrist.
The fact that they're home.
Right.
The fact that they're home, they even keep talking about it, still have a social media and everything else. Like, what?
But this goes back to the Civil War. Look how the Union accepted, bended, and went left and right when they reinitiated the Confederacy back into the Union.
Yep.
Gave them reparations.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. This is the hair on my arm. The little bit of hair that I got is standing up, y'all. Y'all see it? It is standing up. I love this.
Carlicia said golden Negro. Yeah, I had to clap 2 times. And then Dr. Kenny said, and then nobody wants to address how the separation is in every system.
Every single
higher
system.
Education. Example, at white universities, there are still Black graduations. What?
Yeah.
What?
We had one at Shippensburg.
What?
I gotta be honest. I didn't even know that was a thing.
My sister went to another state school in Pennsylvania, and they had a Black graduation the day before.
How do you even fix your lips to, like, what does that look like? Because somebody tell me, help me, paint that picture for me.
Yeah. Come on, Sway.
It's it's you know, everybody got their cap and gowns on.
Okay.
And it's like a pre-graduation to graduation, but you know, a little urban, I'll say. You know,
Gotcha. Okay.
they play our music.
Mm.
The keynote speaker is directed towards us, you know. And there's food afterwards. I mean, it's almost like a
Like
church service.
our food,
Yes.
food, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is our food? Because I mean, I like fried chicken, but I also like avocado toast.
Shani, don't act like you don't know what our food is.
I'm just saying, like,
and I ain't even grow up on soul food or our food, but I know our food when I see our food. I'm messing.
I'm
Yo,
not.
this is
that just irritates my
I love
soul.
it. It does. It bothers me. There are things where, because I'm true, like I really want to believe in the good of people first, you know, so I question, like the first question that'll pop in my head, like, was this an attempt to make me feel more included, you know, to show that you know, is like this some type of honor thing? Are you trying to honor my culture, my heritage? I don't know, in some weird way that you haven't been able to do in the last 4 years that I was here. Like, what is this? What's really happening? I'm so confused, because I went to a very white school. Okay.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. I went to like one of the whitest schools here. We ain't had no Black graduation though. When you said that, I was like, wait, what?
I think because that wouldn't have flown well in Northern Virginia.
Well, I think we also didn't have enough to have a Black graduation. I'm just saying, now that I think about it, it just maybe not. I mean, I can count how many of me got an advanced degree. I know that. So
did you know, like,
anyway.
that I remember hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if y'all heard this too, like I remember, like, it was just 20 years ago, there were some cities in the South that were still doing segregated proms.
Heck yeah.
In the late 90s.
Heck yeah.
I tell jokes that there's still slavery in Mississippi today.
I mean, there's still issue. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. There's still issues. I think we like to continue.
Come on.
I'm done.
Preach, Pastor.
I'm just saying, you know, there are times where it's easy to overlook some things, right? Yeah, I had a professor that used to, her favorite saying was like, you have not arrived. And it's important to understand that, right? And it wasn't in a way to belittle anybody or burst anybody's bubble. It was really her way of prompting you to understand that there is still work to do, right? There's still work to do. Stop being so comfortable, because there's still work to do. You haven't gotten to where you're supposed to be, right? Like there are still major issues. We are still celebrating. And, you know, we can expand this and say, well, as long as humans are being made, we'll still have first, right? But we are still celebrating these rare occasions of Black firsts. That bothers me.
Right.
We contribute to every portion of entertainment in this country, every portion of what, like I said, entertainment, sports, music, arts, whatever, fashion. Right? Science, fashion, art, engineering, tech, whatever. We're contributors, and we have been, and we started the ball rolling, okay? It started with us. And for anybody that doesn't believe that, then you don't understand how this country got started, on the backs of laborers. So if we didn't start it, who did?
Right.
Y'all take that. So why are these things still? Yes, they're great, but I don't understand why they're great, right? Like, do y'all follow me? Like, I get it. It's an amazing thing, but why are we just now celebrating this? Why haven't we been celebrating that? It's not really a first. It's just the first that's been recorded, the first that you're acknowledging, right? Because like, it's been a whole thing. I remember learning that Matthew Henderson was a pioneer of Alaska, a very brown-skinned Black man. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, that ain't in my textbook. That's in
Right.
a book my stepdad made me read over the summer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
My
Yeah.
child is just now learning that, and she learned that in the 2nd grade, but like my siblings had no clue. That ain't no first. This happened way back when, but they're not teaching us certain things. So yeah, I get real bothered by it. And so, you know, when she would say like, you have not arrived, it was like, all right, celebrate and let's keep moving. We still got work to do. Black graduations at, you know, predominantly white schools. I feel like I get it, but I'm mad that I get it. Like that's where my brain goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, but why is that a thing? You know, integration. I paid the same tuition that so and so did, so we can't all be celebrated together.
Right.
That's a point.
Sheesh. Okay.
That's a point. And Nika, to your point about all the things that we have influenced, especially in this country. That's one of the reasons why I really try not to use the word Black community and really use the word Black society. If you look up the word society versus community, you know, just like the art society and all of that, and how influential the art society is, we need to start saying Black society and actually look at the wording of what society means and realize that we're more of a society versus a community. Like I'm not gonna lie, community sounds broke, you know, and it's all in the wording. It's all in the wording. You know,
when you compare it to society, it does. You are most definitely correct. The hairs, they're standing up again. Yes.
I feel like I went to school tonight. I'm just sitting there.
I could do this all day. This is like, me.
You didn't like expand it, like, because I love words, right?
Yes.
But one of the
words are so important. Why you think they ain't want us to read? Words are important. They matter.
Right?
They matter. I used to be mad my stepdad made me look up 15 words every night. Every night, 7 days a week for however long him and my mom was married. 15 new words. He said, I promise you this. You will not be a statistic. You will understand what your power is through education. I used to be mad. I just want to go outside and play, man. I don't even think you understand. Like, I'm not dumb. I get all A's. I'm in advanced classes. And he said, you're going to stay there. Nobody will ever get to confuse you by pulling nobody can take your knowledge from you.
Right.
Community versus society. Like when you understand words, you understand that's a powerful statement right there.
Right. Mika, what's the name of your Sunday show?
Hairs,
talk about words. We want to talk about
ethereal
words.
People. Ethereal people. We are ethereal people.
Ethereal.
We are ethereal people.
Right. You know how many times I had to break that down to people? What's the I'm like, look, she's a nerd.
I'm a nerd. I love it. Yes.
She's a black nerd. It's all good. You gotta just rock with
Proud
it.
Of it.
It's a good show. Rock with it. Use the Google phonics button to figure out how to sound it out.
Oh my gosh, I cannot.
But one of the things I was thinking about when you were talking about your whisper earlier, because I wanted, and it's so funny because the Holy Spirit was like, Shani, talk about the autonomy of words, right?
Yeah.
And then because you were talking about breath, and I've been reading this book by Dr. Bettina Love, you know, for my day job, and talking about how to being a co-conspirator, right?
Whew.
And the word conspire, right? The autonomy of that word is to breathe life into.
Hello.
Right? Right? And so when you're talking about breathing, like you want to conspire, you want to help someone breathe, right? And so when we talk about this dismantling white supremacy and people becoming allies and all of that, It is to help us breathe.
Mm.
What's that Toni Morrison quote where they talk where she's talking about the air, the city is the air? Never mind, I'll get to it because now I can't remember.
That's a deep one.
I'm
not sure. I'm not good on quotes though. Like I want to be, but it's so many of them. You know what I'm saying? Like they just be like, who quoted? I don't know. I have no clue.
This is when I need an intern. Yo, I need an intern.
Right, because they'll be like,
I need a football statistician that can be like, because you know those daggone game announcers don't be knowing those facts. They got somebody.
That's true.
They got a team.
I used to be one of those interns, and yes, we would just like always. Right, it's right here. I pinged it to you.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna get one. Just keep saying it. Keep saying it. We're gonna get one. They're gonna be in the building.
We're gonna get a whole set.
Yes, we are. Oh, amazing. This is a great way to pop off Monday, for real.
Marquis, can you tell us a little bit about your nonprofit?
Yes. Our nonprofit, Positive Media Academy. What our goal is to train up future Black journalists. Growing up, we are taught a few things, to become a teacher, to become like a lawyer, some kind of medical field. We really don't talk about journalism. And there's a whole world of journalism that goes beyond just being a news reporter. So what we do, we give students the skills of journalism and also the skills of like current media as well, whether it's audio editing with podcasting, video editing. So they'll have those digital media skills to go out there and use that to their advantage. We started this nonprofit based off of my work at Stevens Trade as an adjunct, as an English teacher. What I noticed was that there was a digital divide with my students from the county schools versus my students from the inner city schools. And then after graduation, because it was a trade school, so they were there for 2 years. After graduation, I saw how those students from the county schools were able to use that digital education that they had, that they learned in high school. They were able to use that to their advantage to get better jobs or to start a business on their own based off of that digital knowledge. So they're plumbers with that digital knowledge. They're electricians with that digital knowledge, and that just helps so much more than just being a plumber, than just being an electrician. So what we do, we teach kids how to go viral, because you don't go viral by mistake. There is a formula to it. Two, how to make money from blogging. Everybody has an opinion. You might as well get paid for your opinion. Three, how to shoot short form videos. Nowadays, a lot of short film festivals, they're making films right from their iPhones. They're shooting from their iPhones, they're recording from their iPhones. So we want to give people that look like us that knowledge, that know-how to compete in this digital era so that we don't get left behind. And that's what Positive Media Academy does.
Is there a website? I'm gonna drop it down here.
Website, and how can people donate? How can people volunteer their time, talent, and resources? And how can people get on the show?
All of the information is on www.thetcpnetwork.com. Again, that is www.thetcpnetwork.com. Or you can look us up on Facebook, The Cultured Professional Network. Again, that is The Cultured Professional Network, or TCP Network on Facebook. Like I said, we are the voice for us. When you think about melanated media, I hope that you think about TCP in the morning.
Oh, I love it. Well, thank you so much, Marquis, for coming on.
Question.
Been great. Yes, go ahead.
So you're based in Pennsylvania, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is the show on the internet, or like, do I need to be local to be able to watch it?
We are, you can catch us two ways.
Okay.
We are on Facebook Live every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then we have a iHeart radio channel as well. So if you don't catch the live, you can listen to it. And we have a Spotify channel as well. So if you don't catch on the live, and if you don't have iHeart, you can catch us on Spotify.
Great. Thank you. And then to be a part of the nonprofit, is it for youth only?
Right now it is for the youth only. We're trying to expand to teaching, educating adults, but you know, like a bunch of Black nonprofits funding, you know.
Don't I know?
Yeah.
Funding. That's gonna be my shirt next Monday. It's just gonna say funding right across the top.
Like, with your Cash App, just like
right.
Halo Academy, like, you know.
Listen, Lord, yes,
yes. But you know, I do want to just commend y'all for doing great things in society.
Thank you.
I'm not. I gotta break my habit of saying community. And thank you so much, Marquis, for coming on the show. Thank you all for watching, our faithful listeners, our new listeners. The Sharing with Shani Show highlights ordinary people working for an extraordinary God, sharing love, life, and light. I think we covered all three tonight. Wellness whisper of the week. Don't get distracted. I'm gonna summarize.
Don't get distracted.
Don't get distracted.
I like it. I like it.
Don't get distracted. And next week we have special guest Renee Hub. Thank you. God bless you and peace.